became clear something was not quite right with me. I fell over and had great difficulty getting up again. My mother realized something was wrong and took me to the doctor. I spent weeks in Bart's hospital and had many tests. They never actually told me what was wrong, but I guessed enough to know it was pretty bad. In fact, the doctor who diagnosed me washed his hands of me, and I never saw him again. He felt that there was nothing that could be done. At first I became depressed. I seemed to be getting worse pretty rapidly. There didn't seem any point working on my PhD, because I didn't know if I would live long enough to finish it. I had come to Cambridge to do cosmology, and cosmology I was determined to do. Then the condition developed more slowly, and I began to make progress in my work. After my expectations had been reduced to zero, every new day became a bonus, and I began to appreciate everything I did have. And there was also a young woman called Jane, whom I had met at a party. Getting engaged lifted my spirits, and I realized, while there's life, there is hope. There are many ambitious experiments planned for the future. We will map the positions of billions of galaxies, and we will better understand our place in the universe. But we must also continue to go into space for the future of humanity. I don't think we will survive another 1,000 years without escaping beyond our fragile planet. It has been a glorious time to be alive, doing research in theoretical physics. The fact that we humans, who are ourselves mere collections of fundamental particles of nature, have been able to come this close to an understanding of the laws governing us and our universe is a great triumph, and I'm happy if I have made a small contribution. I want to share my excitement and enthusiasm about this quest. So remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. And however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up. While there's life, there is hope.
Let us pray.
Our Father, who broadcasts in New York, hallowed be thy name. The King of all media, Baba Booey be done on earth and across the airwaves. Give us a hey now and Robin's News. And forgive us for our bad phone connection and boring calls, as we just want to be part of the show. And lead us into the future and deliver us from the FCC. For Howard is the king, with the power and the buoy, now and forever. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Talk, shitheads.
Ready. All right. Hey now. Welcome to the 5th episode, BM Talk, Marc and Bob. That actually was my son a little while there before the music telling us to talk, shitheads.
And I remember that when they were here and he said that, he's like, oh, my God, I got something.
Oh, he was so excited to swear.
He was really excited. It was great.
Into the microphone. So
it was great. And there were Thomas the Tank train engine, battery-operated train engines that were ticking. It sounded like you were tasing your children.
Yeah, lest anyone think that we were tasing my kids to swear and say shit into the microphone. We were not doing that. There was a train, you said it was, right?
It was a Thomas the Tank engine. They were like battery-operated train things where you pressed a button, and then when they ran into something, they just started
ticking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, our kids were playing with those, and I don't know, we couldn't find it or didn't realize whatever.
Didn't really realize what was going on.
We were more concentrated on my son saying dirty words into the microphone.
Right. We found amusement in that.
Which there will be more of those coming up because he had plenty of dirty words.
He definitely had
say
plenty.
into the microphone.
He did.
And also at the beginning, we played a 3-minute clip. Hopefully you stayed with it and didn't skip through it of Stephen Hawking. We want
Rest in peace, Stephen Hawking.
Absolutely. Prayers and thoughts out to his family. Because I do believe he was married.
I think he was married, and I think he had kids, too.
Really? See, I didn't see the movie, so I don't really know too much
the movie either.
About Stephen Hawking or what exactly he did.
Right.
I'm going to look it up now so I don't get anything wrong.
Right before, too, you're like, oh, is there anything I need to pull up? Right. And I'm like, no, you're good. And forgetting about the whole Stephen Hawking idea.
Absolutely. So we got a Wikipedia Stephen Hawking, and we know how accurate those are.
Yes. You cannot cite them as anything.
So it looks like, let's see, born in 42. Oh, see, he's got a lot. He was a physicist.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't even know he was a physicist. Like I thought he had something. Didn't he have something to do with Windows?
No.
No, that was all Bill Gates.
I do not believe so. That was all Bill Gates.
So, okay. I guess I don't, like I said, know anything about what Stephen Hawking did.
He was a physicist. He did all kinds of shit. That's all I'm going to say is that he did all kinds of shit. I don't really know the shit that he did, but he did all kinds of it.
Whatever it is physicists do, he did it the best.
He did do it the best.
Oh, wait, they got something about his career. Singularity theory.
His career was
Gravity Research Foundation. I'm just picking up highlights because, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I do know that. I mean, he was one of the great minds of our time,
and he's reading it. He's reading through it right now.
Right. I just don't know.
He was a great mind of our time.
Exactly. Let's see what we got here. Dr. Hawking is best known for his discovery that black holes emit radiation, which can be detected by special instrumentation. Wow, these are big words. His discovery has made the detailed study of black holes possible. Stephen Hawking was born in Oxford, England, January 8th, 42. At age 17, he enrolled in University College,
The way
Oxford.
You just read that, it made it sound like he was born at age 17.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm not paying attention. I'm just trying to find out as much as I can because, again, like I said, a great mind of our time has passed. The other one was Steve Jobs.
Yep.
Okay, I knew he did the Apple and all that stuff, but I don't know anything about Stephen Hawking, so I think I should at least try and know what the hell the guy did.
Well, he was a great mind, and he had ALS. We were talking about the ALS challenge.
That's right, yeah, he did. And that's what he died of.
And he, I think he lived the longest out of anybody that's had ALS.
Well, he had the money. I mean,
yeah, he had the money, that sweet operating system of his.
Net worth and achievement. Stephen Hawking's current net worth is $20 million.
Yes.
Wow, that's it?
That's it.
I mean,
you make it sound like he should be worth like $1 billion or something. Well, maybe he should.
You know, that's what I had thought. $20 million. I mean, actors get paid more than that to do a film.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
You know, but still, $20 million is able to keep him alive with ALS. So that just goes to show. I don't want to go on another rant about these ALS nudniks,
right.
But you dumping ice water over your head did not keep Stephen Hawking alive. Lest any of you think that Stephen Hawking lived longer because you dumped ice water over your head, you are dead wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
The reason Stephen Hawking lived as long as he did on ALS, or with ALS...
He was on ALS.
Like it's a drug.
Yeah.
He lived that long with it is because he had the money for the treatments. So that's what's really needed is money. So again... And I know they haven't done these videos in a few years and this and that, but my point being is when they were doing them, what's more important besides being popular or following a trend on the internet is sending in money because that's what's going to keep that guy in the hospital alive a little bit longer is money, not you dumping ice water on your head. That's pretty much was my whole point a few years ago anyway about that. Is
about dumping the water on your...
We all know
ice
about,
bucket.
Right.
I was going to say about dumping the water on your ice bucket.
We're all pretty aware of ALS, so let's, send the money in to help these people because like you had said, ALS, it ends in death.
It ends in death.
So
Stephen
no matter
Hawking
what.
is actually a very rare case
Do you
that he was alive.
Is there now? I don't know if you know anything about ALS. I don't, but is it like MS where there's different severities to it? Like, did he have it real? Well, obviously he had it real bad.
No, there's not like severities of it. I don't believe it's just like you get it, you're fucking dead.
So if Lou Gehrig was alive today and got it, he would have ended up like Stephen Hawking in the chair talking like that?
He probably would have, yeah.
Because they would have had the medication to keep him going.
Yeah.
Back then they didn't have it, so he just kind of died out.
And actually, women usually last less than men. They give up faster. They don't want to feel like a burden.
Another thing on the internet. Stephen Hawking at a photo call for a gala screening of the documentary Hawking, a film about something, and then it says, what am I looking at? 2 days ago.
No, he lived for 55 years because of
Oh, he lived for 55 years with ALS. Oh, okay.
Because it was a slower form.
A slower form of ALS.
Ah.
Still, point being, the dumping of the water had nothing to do with him living 55 more years or even 5 more years. So my point is, unless it's a brand new disease that nobody knows about, dump all the water over your head for awareness. But a disease like this that's been around, people know about, send your money in to help the people dying in the hospital that don't have Stephen Hawking money to keep themselves alive for 55 years.
Exactly. And I know that you like going on your rants about things, but we've obtained some audio.
That's right, in a BM exclusive.
If
we had important news music, we would play
that's
it.
Something that we have to work on is
absolutely.
Important news music.
But yes, in a BM exclusive, ladies and gentlemen,
we have
Stephen Hawking's a recording, of
yes.
Stephen Hawking's last words.
Okay, here we go.
You've got mail.
Oh, goody, I wonder who it's from. The Grim Reaper. Oh no, this can't be good. Hey Siri, read email.
Your time is up.
Oh no, cough, cough, I'm dying, cough, cough.
Goodbye.
Very sad. Too soon? Very sad last words.
Very sad last words,
Very
and the
sad.
window shutting down was great.
Who knew the Grim Reaper sent emails?
Well, Stephen, I don't know.
It is 2018. I guess, we live in strange times. Like, evidently, when you do die and you go to a funeral home, or, your body's sent to a funeral home, you choose to be buried, evidently you can get an extra charge for getting your hair and makeup done.
Yes, and this is how this came about, actually.
Yes, tell us.
I found out from one of my friends that his ex had to go and go to the funeral parlor and go make up the body.
Right, because they were going to charge extra.
They were going to charge extra
it.
if she did not do the hair and makeup.
Then that's crazy. See, I've never heard of that, but apparently that is a thing, I guess, with funeral homes. So I guess if a loved one dies and you go to a funeral home and they want to charge you extra for this stuff, it's either, we're going to charge extra to have hair and makeup done on this dead person, your dead loved one, or you're going to have to come in.
You're going to have to get somebody to get the makeup
Either
done.
get somebody or come in yourself and make up and do the hair of your dead loved one.
Like, when your father died, do you remember if there was like a charge?
To be honest with you, I don't.
No, because you're going through something.
You're
going through something, and they could have put something like that in front of you,
like I'll have
and
to
you
look
would
at
have
the
just
bill.
signed it.
Right. No, he had an itemized bill out.
Oh,
it was like I guess maybe a regular sheet of paper, maybe legal size, and it had all these different boxes you had to check for, and it listed the prices, for when you put the obituary in the paper, how long you wanted the parlor for, thank you cards, if you wanted those little prayer cards. I mean, it was really broken down.
Oh.
But I don't remember him ever saying to me, do you want his hair done or his makeup done? And I was like, I wouldn't think of that because, one, my father didn't have a lot of hair when he died, so you just really had to just, like, comb it back.
Gotcha.
You know, and, like, he didn't have any facial hair, so you didn't have to worry about
Well, they
grooming
charge
that.
you. They charge you if they had to put his hair back.
But, you know, with this brought up, like, I want to find that itemized bill and see if I had to pay extra to have the 55 hairs he had on his head combed back.
Right.
Because I would have actually done that, I think. I would have been
right. I mean, look.
difficult, but...
Look, this is something. I didn't even know this when we were talking. You said something about, do you put shoes on him?
Yes. So we're talking to the funeral director about, you know, the dress, which also I guess they can charge you for as well if it's not included in the package.
Oh.
And that's another thing I'll have to look at to see if I got charged
He got
for...
buried in a dress?
If I got charged for the funeral director to put the clothes on my father that I gave him to put on him.
Oh, my God.
Because you can get charged for that, too. There's a website or a link. I'll bring it up. But anyway, so yeah, we're sitting there talking to the funeral director, and he asked, you know, what he wants to be buried in, and we were trying, we weren't sure. So I had asked to, I said, well, you know, after we dress him up, I'm like, do we need to put shoes on him or sneakers or something? And I was, you know, I don't know because they're going to, you know, it's a half-closed casket. You're not going to see his shoes. I was like, do we even need socks for him? Like, do I need socks and shoes for him?
Do you bury him with socks? Like,
And
what? I wouldn't know the process because all you see is the top half.
I said to him, I'm like, you know, I'm like, you know, not that he's going to get up and walk around, but do I need to make sure he's got comfortable shoes on, or what do I do? And the funeral director was like, well, yeah, I guess I never thought of it about like that, but...
You did say something about the zombie apocalypse
right, I'm like,
to me.
If the zombie apocalypse does happen, I'm like, do I want my father to be shoeless? You know, and be either coming back as a zombie in socks or holy socks because he got buried, so, you know, bugs and all that are going to eat through his sock.
Yeah.
Or barefoot. I mean, I'm sure the shoes and all that's going to be holy and all, but I'm like, do I want him barefoot? Or do I want to put some kind of shoes on him? I definitely don't want to give him sneakers because if for some reason zombies can run, I don't want him comfortable running after me.
Right.
So I'd rather put him in like dress shoes to where, you know, they're kind of slick sometimes. And, you know, he might slip and fall and kill himself again. So I don't have to do that. But yeah, I'd be more concerned about my father's shoes than him eating my brain.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, we kind of had a little... like funny moment there with the funeral director.
Well,
that, but again, it was something. I mean, who thinks about these things? I never
you
had
don't
to
really think about it.
You know, I never had to go through anything like that. This was the first time, like, you know, somebody had died that I took control over.
Actually, like gave a shit about you.
Right,
is the person,
and then I had to take care of all that stuff. So, you know. Start talking about it, you don't think of these things. So I did. I asked. I mean, I even laughed that I was about to ask this question. Well, do I put shoes on the man or what? You know, but yeah. In the light of this conversation where you were telling me, well, our friend had to go make up her boyfriend's mother.
Right.
I just thought that was crazy that they charge extra for that. It's like, now I can understand charging for embalming the body.
Right.
Because you have to go to college. You have to, you know.
You got to know what you're doing.
Right. You can't just poke anybody, drain them of blood, and put the embalming fluid in.
But
now what you're telling me is I'm going to give you clothes to put on the body, and you're going to charge me extra to put those clothes on the body, or for free, I get to do it myself.
Right.
Like, why don't we just have him nude? I'll have a closed casket.
Yeah.
And I ain't got to worry about anything.
Yeah, you
like
don't
that.
have to worry about shit.
And then if there is a zombie apocalypse, the dead person comes back nude.
He's clothes.
Or what was that movie with Arnold's Terminator, where he came nude and then he beat up that guy for his clothes?
Oh, for the clothes.
Okay, here I got the.
Don't play.
What should I expect to pay for funeral and burial expenses? Okay, I'm just highlighting it here. Traditional funeral, caskets, burial vaults, body removal. Okay. The pickup and transport costs for a newly deceased body from a residence, hospital, and... Okay, yes, I remember we did get charged for this. Because my father had died.
Moving the body.
And the VA hospital. But the VA covered all this.
Okay.
And if he didn't have VA or any kind of insurance, then you would have to pay, according to this site, anywhere from $125 to $500 to move
the body
from the hospital to the morgue
to the funeral
home,
right,
to the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
Because the funeral home offers that. Do you want to have the funeral procession, or do you just want to?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We got to worry about this shit when we die.
Okay, here it is: dressing, hair, and makeup.
Wow.
This is different than in. These damn phones.
I forget what else was.
Storage and refrigeration. I'll get to that one. Let me get to. This is different than embalming. Preparing a body for viewing and visitation by applying makeup, styling hair, dressing the body can be a worthy expense, as this is the last time many will see the deceased. The average fee for this service is $200 to dress the body, to dress the body, do the makeup, the hair, the shoes, the socks, the underwear, I guess,
the thong,
whatever. $200.
I want to be buried in a thong.
That's why I'm getting cremated, because I'm going to save my family $200, or even by then when I die, could be more.
Oh God! By the time you die, it'll be way up there for the whole thing.
Many families like the burial clothing to be new. Funeral homes offer special burial clothes designed especially for the occasion. See table below for clothing costs. I don't even want to fathom what these people want for whatever they have in their closet.
You could go to the Salvation Army and buy Uncle Joe a suit.
This is the storage and refrigeration. Refrigerate
your
like he's a leftovers.
One, yeah.
Right? Throw him in there till next week when we feel like. Funeral homes have a daily charge for storing a body, even if it is embalmed. Other homes may charge a lump sum for a set number of days. Storage fees range from $35 to $100 per day.
Wow.
Yeah, let that sink in for a minute.
Well, I did. That's why I paused. I'm like, holy shit.
Like you can help when you die. So if you die in the wintertime,
you could just...
They can't bury you. Well, I guess if you really want to, but the ground's frozen, so you have to wait till the spring.
Right, so you got to keep the body.
Yeah.
I just fucking storm in a snowbank or something.
Just bury him like a six-pack in the snow.
Like a six-pack in the snow.
When the snow melts, time to bury this guy.
Yep.
He's starting to come through.
Yeah. There'll be another weekend at Bernie's at the...
Oh, my God.
At the Snow Lodge.
What a racket.
Wow.
Funeral industry. Well, like, honest to God, what a racket that is. But, I guess if you're going to go to school and you're going to do that, I mean, we're all going to die, so these are some of the things we got to look at. I just kind of thought it was funny. And
yeah, you better hope your kids are rich.
When I heard that a friend of mine had to go do that, otherwise they had to pay to have it done. I didn't think that was happening. But there are funeral places that
it's like an all-inclusive package.
Right. So I guess the lesson here, or what we're trying to get, I don't know, shop around funeral homes.
Shop around before you die.
Like call up places and price
them out.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I didn't know this happened until...
until a couple days ago, I really didn't even know. I'm like, no, they don't have to. You don't pay extra for that. I'm like, any fucking funeral I've ever been to has been like at one of those nice,
right,
like one of those nice funeral homes.
Now, the funeral home that she's at, is that one of the nice ones?
Yeah. And
they charge like that?
I guess so.
Maybe that's why it's a nice one, because they have the extra charges.
Maybe.
To get that done. I don't know. It's a racket. It's what it is.
It really is.
Medical industry. You can't even die without something crazy like paying something extra,
It's nuts.
But anyways, moving along from death and to almost dying or
life. We're moving into
life or life with a disease that makes it difficult for
Makes
you.
it difficult. We're not going to die like
Because
ALS.
again, it is MS Awareness Month.
Again, yes.
We have been telling you that we're going to bring in another person with MS to talk, and we did that.
We did. Mark,
So-
you hooked it up.
I hooked it up. My friend Dave.
MS Dave. We said that in stereo, but it's coming in mono and
we're
then
gonna-
back out to stereo.
We're getting into that conversation. Mono, stereo. Nobody will have any idea what the hell we're
nobody's
talking
got
about.
any clue what we're talking about. It's okay. That was just a stupid inside thing that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because some people, with MS or without, don't know how to talk into a microphone, let alone know what stereo and mono is. And I say that because we pre-recorded the interview with Dave, and he's one of those people that doesn't know how to talk into a microphone, so his voice is real low. We had to go back in
It is and try and enhance it a little bit, but it's still. I'm not quite too sure how good it's going to sound.
Right, and that's because he had we're talking into microphones that are on arms or on stands.
Right, but we're still not, because you could tell a difference when I'm back away from the microphone talking.
Right, but I think he could still hear you.
Yeah.
It just sounds like you're, in the back of the room,
In the
somewhere
back,
like this,
yeah.
talking in the background. Where he was just real low because he had a handheld mic, and instead of holding it up to his mouth, like, I don't know, he had it on his chin. I think he had it on his fucking tit at one point, and he just had it everywhere but his mouth.
And that wasn't the MS either.
Right? No, that was, and a lot of people do this. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to pick on Dave, but a lot of people do this. They don't know how to talk into a microphone. Like, I also kind of DJ on the side, like I'll Christmas parties and stuff like that. And when I do it for a company, there's always somebody that says, "Oh, can I talk on the mic? I want to address the company or the department or whatever." And I'm, here's a hand. And they either have the microphone on their chin, or they're holding it like where where you should be talking into it is over their heart or like in between their tits. And I'm like, I'm trying to adjust the volume so you can hear. I'm getting feedback. They're looking at me, and I'm going, "You got to hold the fucking microphone to your mouth. That's where the noise is coming from."
His hand is adjusting the volume control.
But it is. People are stupid. They don't know how to talk into a mic, and it's like the most simple thing.
I don't know. It's very simple. And every time, whenever I would go places to perform and stuff like that, it shows there would always be like the sound guy that was there for the shows and always try and tell you how to hold a mic. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. I got it.
Right.
But there are certain people that don't know how to fuck with a microphone, but that's all right. I mean, but I would figure with the way it's shaped and everything, you'd figure you got to hold it up to your mouth.
Well, yeah, naturally,
Yeah, in order to amplify your voice.
But they don't. They start at their mouth, and then they think they're too loud, so they move the mic away. They don't give you a chance to adjust their volume to get a good volume on them, and then they get scared and they start holding it further away from their mouth, and it's like, look it, you know what? I'll just give you a bullhorn, and then you just yell at everybody through one of those things instead of sounding professional through a board and speakers and stuff. But
right, but
I digress.
Such
from
is
that,
life.
we're gonna play that interview for you. Okay, this is it. A very special BM Talk, Mark and Bob. We have a special guest, Dave, MS Dave. I don't know if he wants to give his last name. It's up to him.
I just was good.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Some people don't want their full name on the air. Don't want people to know who they are or what ailments they have. So in celebration of MS Month.
Celebration.
We have brought Dave on so we can talk some MS. His MS is a little different than Bob's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to hand it over to you, Bob.
To me.
To ask questions or find out what's different. And because I don't really know too much about MS.
Okay.
and how it affects anything, what it does, so.
Okay, well, here's my MS. I have lesions in my brain and cervical spine. How about you, Dave?
I have one lesion in the brain and brainstem where they meet. So it's all like location.
Okay, location. So I see you walk all right.
Yes.
Yes, you walk good. And so it's not affected your legs.
Not yet, no.
No.
But it always feels like it got gloves or slippers on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. So what exactly does yours affect?
Let's see. I have optic neuritis.
Oh.
The speech. Sometimes it sounds like I'm drunk.
You don't sound too bad today.
Not today, no.
But there has been times where
balance can be off. Always got to pee though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always
yes.
pee.
I feel that.
Yep.
I have to pee all the time.
Yeah. BMs are interesting.
Okay. BMs. Yes. And for those who don't know, that's bowel movements.
right.
So sometimes we do talk about BM.
Right. Well, we're gonna get into it.
And let's see, balance. Sometimes walk with a cane.
Okay.
Sometimes not. Strength, I forget it.
Okay.
Throwing darts, just throw them at the floor.
Now, at one point, because Dave and I go way back to like high school, not even high school, elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Now, at one point, Dave was, I don't know, say a weightlifter, yeah?
Yeah.
So you were able to lift how much at one point?
At one point, I was benching 260.
And now?
Now, if I can get 135 up, I'd be lucky.
Wow.
That's still not bad, though, because I don't think I could lift 135. I don't think I could lift 35 pounds.
See, now I have a little bit of tard strength, or MS strength, because I like my arms, like they're pretty strong. I mean, like I don't lift weights or nothing, but I did lift Chris that time when he was holding himself on me. So he wanted to see if I had any tard strength.
Well, that's the difference is where it's affecting his his whole body strength, where you still have tard strength from the waist up.
Yes.
So that is odd.
Yeah.
Odd tard strength.
Oh, I'm messing my microphone.
You are. He's acting more like he's got MS today than us.
I'm having issues today, man. But anyway, so
do you see a doctor locally, or do you do who? Shitla?
No, I went to Goldener.
Okay, so you didn't see Shatla.
No.
That's good.
I went and saw him before, and he said there's nothing I can do for you.
Okay,
You don't have MS.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yes.
I went to him. He gave me my diagnosis, and he's like, "Oh, I'll give you the shot, and you'll be all right." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." So I went to Rochester. I go to U of R.
Yes, I was there a couple times.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I go to U of R. I go see Dr. Rob. She's really awesome.
Now, how long have you had Bob MS?
Bob MS? I've had MS since 2000, the end of 2011.
So, about 7 years.
Yeah, holy shit.
And MS Dave, you've had it how long?
I was diagnosed in 2013, but I could have had it before that.
Yeah, see, I think I had it. I'm almost positive I had it before then.
Yeah.
Because, you can feel certain things. I mean, when your body's not right. I figured out it was time to go see the doctor when my dick and asshole went numb. That's
you
what
ever
I
had
thought
that
something
problem?
was the matter.
Not that problem, no.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't had that problem.
Okay, well, you're lucky. My dick was numb, and the ring in your ass was numb.
Your balloon knot.
And my balloon knot, and I'm like, oh, I think it's time to go see a doctor.
And that's when they found yours. But you think you had it before that?
I think I had it before that because I could tell, like, doing shows and stuff, like, certain times when I would raise my voice, like, my head would get all fucking weird. Very weird.
The brain fog. Yeah.
Yes.
See, I was getting that, and the doctor I went to, he said it was just stress.
Oh.
There was nothing wrong with you. I went for MRIs. They couldn't find anything. And finally, one of the doctors did a spinal tap.
Oh, you had the spinal tap done. Holy shit. Spam.
Yeah.
No, Spinal Tap.
Oh, Spinal Tap. Why? Is that different?
Yeah, that's the band, the movies.
Oh, well, I'm idiot. See, I told you I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, we'll educate you.
You'll have to.
So I guess it's not easy to find then.
No, not easy to find.
So if you didn't get the Spinal Tap, they would never have known. They would just kept going.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with you.
Nothing wrong with me.
Stress.
Yeah.
See?
You can't walk, can't talk, can't do certain things.
But that's
there's-
stress.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with you.
But that shows you the doctors around this area.
Well,
as opposed
they're
to,
terrible.
Yes, they're terrible. Absolutely terrible.
That's why I think most of the time when you go see a doctor, you see the nurse practitioner. Like, whoever the doctor is, you never see him.
Right.
Unless it's real serious, then he'll pop in and be like, hey.
Well, actually, the funny thing about my GP doctor, he always sees me.
Oh, really?
Because I think he likes to talk to his friends and be like, oh, I have this fat guy with MS. And there's nothing wrong with him. I don't know what the hell's the matter with this guy.
So how often do you have to go to the doctor or treatments or?
I go every 6 months.
Okay, so do I.
Yeah, and there's nothing. Everything's okay. Like the medication amount. Like if it helps, then everything's.
So
okay.
you're stabilized.
Yeah, I'm stabilized right now.
Yeah.
But there's nothing they can do more than stabilizing it. They can't. There's obviously no cure.
Nope. No cure.
And so, how long can you live with it?
Till whenever.
So you can live a normal life, so to speak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, but it
you're
is
going to be
different.
on medication the rest of
It
your
is
life.
different for everybody. I mean, there's certain people that can't even fucking talk. So, if you want to know the truth, I'd rather die than not be able to talk.
Okay.
I mean, that's, you know.
Well, I'm just saying because he can't. Sometimes he has the issue talking. But
yeah, well, I mean, fucking up your words and shit, like, that's all right. But if I went mute, I'd go
that could happen. You could go mute.
Yeah.
Have they told you that?
No, not yet.
No?
No, but if you do his research, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can find all kinds of shit that it's fucked people up with.
Like, what's the worst case?
Death.
Yeah,
well,
death,
right.
probably.
I mean, well, aside from death, what's the... Like, could you be a vegetable?
I guess you could. I mean, if you got enough lesions, you could be a vegetable, I guess.
And they can't get rid of them? They can't... It's not like a tumor or something like that where you can just operate and pull it out. It's not a tumor.
Not a
I know.
tumor.
Somebody's got to say it.
It's not a tumor. No. You can't take it out. You can never get rid of it. They just put us on medication that slows the progression down, and then they'll be like, oh, you're all right. You're
For
all
now,
right
right.
now. You're good. Just keep taking this.
Well, that's... and they don't know how you get it.
No.
Like what causes it. It's just all of a sudden one day you're healthy, the next day you're... Oh, you got lesions all over your spine and brain and... Right?
Yeah.
Not like a certain food or...
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
No. They are working on certain things with stem cells. I don't know if you heard about that, Dave.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
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 I did not, so tell me about it.
That's expensive. It's
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
If
anything in the medical...
if you're rich, you could probably live without MS. You know, like we could go get stem cells and shit. Be like Tom Cruise in South Park. I'd be in the baby ward looking for newborns and just crack their head open and suck out the stem cells. I actually wanted my brother to save the placenta.
Yeah.
From my nephew when he was born because it has stem cells in it, and I don't know what they could do with it, but they wanted $10,000 to freeze it. So I'm like, okay.
For how long?
I don't know.
And one treatment is 10,000.
Oh yeah, like I remember the medication I was on. I was on this stuff called beta sarin, and they were shots. and it was like $10,000 a box or something. I didn't pay it; my insurance paid it, but
still, that's insane.
Yes.
Like, how are you supposed to get treatment? All right, if you don't have insurance, how are you supposed to get treatment? And even if you do, that's still, you got to get insurance before you're diagnosed, right? Because once you're diagnosed with it, you can't get insurance, right?
Well, now that Donald Trump is president, that is true. But before, with the Obama care system, with the Affordable Care Act, you could not get, you could get health insurance with a pre-existing condition.
Oh, so that's what everybody's up in arms about.
Yes.
Okay, see, I don't understand. I don't follow, so I don't understand this.
Yeah. Well, that's why people are up in arms.
Because he wants to change it.
Yes.
See, my issue with the whole thing was if you don't have insurance, the penalty fee.
Yes.
For not having it. And I think that's because I'm like, if I don't want insurance, then I shouldn't have to pay for insurance.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could see, though, where, if you have some MS or one of these diseases where you need it.
You have a pre-existing condition now, just so you know. I do. Diabetes is a pre-existing condition.
I got insurance before that happened.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, like, if you were on, like, you have health care through your job, don't you?
No, because I don't make enough hours there.
Oh,
they changed the rule. But,
Okay.
But, no, I have it through something else.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like on my own, whatever.
Okay.
I was just listening to the dead air.
So was I, actually. That's kind of funny. I'm like, oh, listen, dead air. So I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know. I finally got him here. Finally got the two of you together.
I know. And now there's... Let's see.
I know. It's that awkward silence on a blind date. You don't really know what to say.
Right. Everybody's like, oh, do you get this? Actually, do you get this? People are like, oh, I know somebody with MS. Maybe they should meet.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah. Compare notes,
Yes. Well, actually, the thing that I like about that is I get to meet somebody that has to deal with it, and you can kind of compare notes. But then there's people that are like, normal. Absolutely normal, like they can run and jump and do all that shit, and then it's like, and then you're like, oh well, I don't know what to, I don't know what to say.
This isn't going to work out. We can't talk because you're too normal. I mean,
no.
Someone who's
I'm
more
not,
fucked up on MS.
No, I wasn't talking about him.
Yeah,
because
no. I know
he
what
said
you're
that
saying.
he's got speech deals on, but.
Right, no, I'm saying, like, if you were to say he was normal, he could run and jump, still lift 200 and something pounds.
Yeah,
you'd be like, yeah, this isn't going to work out. You're too normal. I need someone more fucked up.
I need someone really fucked up.
Yeah, to identify with.
Right.
Well, the strength in my right side is an issue too.
Okay, so it's on just like one side of the body.
Yep.
Where the strength is kind of fucked up. Yep. See, now my left arm has been numb and actually I wonder if it was the Flint, Michigan water, because when I lived in Flint, I didn't feel anything until I came back from Flint, Michigan, actually. So I wonder if the lead maybe kick-started something.
Could be. Did you tell the doctor that? Did you try and sue Flint?
No, but if I would try and sue Flint, they wouldn't have any money anyway. They're fucking broke.
You could jump on one of those big lawsuits, though, and maybe you'll get $5.
Right.
Because there's all those people on there.
All the people trying to sue Flint.
Right.
But yeah, ever since I came back from Michigan, my fucking arm was all fucked up. And I'm like, oh, I think I pinched a nerve. And I just fucking dealt with it until my dick and asshole went numb. And then I figured, okay, it's time to see somebody about this.
It's usually a good time to go see a doctor. When dick and asshole goes numb, it's time to make a phone call.
Right. And I'm not like I tell the doctor everything. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I know when I'm in the room, like, if there's something that's fucked up. Like I'll tell a doctor I'm not one of the people that censors themselves, I guess. Like I'll be like, oh well, this and this is going on. Like I was telling the doctor before, because I had problems coming. Like it was fucking weird.
Okay, I was about to ask that and get into that. Like any sexual issues, problems, it still gets up fine.
No.
Load is the same. No.
No, the load is okay, but you still have the ED issues.
Really?
Where it doesn't go up. No.
Is that like a constant, or do you have to take? Is it like?
No, you still get the morning wood sometimes.
Okay, so it's like like your speech. Sometimes some days are good, some days are bad.
Yeah.
See, now for me, it's not like that.
No.
Very weird. But I will tell you, after I come, it's horrible. I like want to fall over.
That I don't get it. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you get? What do you mean fall over?
Like it just feels like everything's just exited my body and I just can't even walk.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fucked up. So girls, if anybody wants to try
Everybody wants to try it out and see what that's like.
Right.
It's a good thing. You'd have to do it in bed, so then you just roll over. Otherwise, you just collapse, and then they got to call the fire department to get you up.
Oh yeah, and they got a fucking stiffy and shit.
But no way you can perform. No issues really. If it was a bad day, you'd have to take a pill.
Well, if it's a bad day.
Or do you take one? Like if you know you're gonna get to that moment, you don't know if it's been a good day or a bad day. I mean, how do you know?
Usually I can tell if it's a bad day with like a headache.
Okay.
I feel like a headache.
So then, if something later in that day develops, where you meet somebody and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bang this broad," then you're like, "I better take a pill."
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that sucks.
Isn't that horrible? See,
you got to plan everything.
See how fucked up.
See, I'm worried. I wonder if that's if diabetes does that, has that effect on people as well. Because sometimes I have issues.
You should ask your doctor.
I should.
Yeah.
Next time I go in for my checkup.
That's like the number one. That's why, like I said, like I'm completely uncensored with my doctor. Like I said to her, I'm like, oh, I feel like I have problems coming. And she's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, I have no fucking idea. It might be the medications that I'm on, like the mix or something.
Oh, so no, this is before I was on Medicaid, got diagnosed like I would have. Not maybe sometimes issues keeping it up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then, like, if I go 2-3 times, although I am older, so I'm not able to do it like I used to.
Yeah,
but,
shut up.
Sometimes there's issues there. But sometimes there's not.
Do you ever get, I call it ER, I call it early rigor mortis, where your legs get like locked up?
No, I don't get that.
Yes.
No, I get that with the muscles, though.
Okay.
If it's humid out or whatever,
okay.
you get like a spasm in your stomach.
Oh, that's what they call the MS hug.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I get that in my arms, my legs.
I don't mean to laugh. This is all new to me. MS hug.
Because it feels like somebody's like hugging you and nobody.
So weather affects this as well.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. And we live in the worst climate for it, actually, because it's hot and cold and fucking it's not anything that's constant.
All in the matter of a couple days. It's hot and cold and snowy and then nice and.
Yeah, it's not fun because you could tell, like, I don't know about you, but I can tell, like, when the weather is kind of, you don't even need to look outside. You can just feel when you wake up and be like,
Then they should make you people weather people instead of the people doing it because they get it wrong all the fucking time. So maybe they need to get somebody with a disease to tell the weather so you be more accurate. Like, I'm getting that MS hug today, so it's probably going to be a little rainy and cold.
It would be like the MS men instead of the X-Men.
Right. Giving you the weather. You could dress up in costumes if you want.
We're the unsuperheroes.
This is MS Wolverine giving you the weather for today.
MS Beast.
MS Beast.
MS Xavier.
Professor MS.
Professor MS. That's great.
You could be Professor MS in your chair.
Oh, in my wheelchair.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I'm not shaving my head, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it.
No. My head's too big.
But that would be funny, yeah. I guess. Maybe we could do a bit on that. MS weather.
MS weather, yes.
Like, but in a serious way. Like, we're obviously a joke, but
yeah.
we'd have to like you would say, yeah, I'm feeling this. Here's what I think the weather's going to be. We'll compare it to what the normal, what Jill Reel or whatever the hell her name is, says the weather's going to be like, and who's ever more accurate over a week span.
Oh my God!
Maybe we turn it into the television and say, listen.
Look, our guys.
Yeah, Jill Reel don't know what the hell she's talking about. Maybe she knows more about, the comet's penis sizes, and she could talk about that because I've heard rumors, allegedly.
Oh, they're true, I guess.
Well, I don't know for sure, and I don't want to go on record as to, but so I had, heard the rumors about her, so maybe she shouldn't talk about the weather, but more about the comet's hockey team. And then you should go on TV and talk about the weather.
Wait, did you say that she's good at knowing penis sizes?
I've heard rumors that she's been with the Comets team.
With the whole Comets team?
And she made her way through the team.
Man.
She has her favorites, but I think she tried out the whole team.
Joe Reel, if you're listening, you can try out the BM team if you want.
Yes, since you're out there trying things out. And we'll see if your husband minds if you try that out, because I'm pretty sure she's married.
I don't know if she's
so I wonder
married.
how he feels about that.
All I do is I want to like. Do you ever remember the Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire freaking commercial where he goes, "It's so real." Okay, I just want to bust a nut on her face and then be like, "Oh, it's so real."
That's funny. Somebody get the word to Jill Reel that instead of being tased for MS, she's going to get jizzed in the face for MS.
By somebody with MS.
By somebody with MS, yes. We'll make that happen for you.
And actually, what's kind of funny about the news people, I made like a meme about the news people, the weather people, and they're all NWA certified, National Weather Association.
Right.
So I thought it would be funny, and this was before like the Straight Outta Compton movie came out. I gangstered up Jill Reel, Bill Cardis, Adam Mussett, and I would put like Straight Outta Utica, crazy motherfucker named Reel, and then put her like with a pimp cup and like a crooked hat on and stuff. Would you believe that asshole Bill Cardis blocked me on Twitter?
Really?
Swear to God.
That's fucking funny.
Swear to God.
Well, now you got a podcast. Now we can talk about it.
Yes.
And do it, and he can't do nothing to just not listen.
Yes.
Wah. You made fun of me. Maybe he's racist. And if you tried doing it with a white movie, he might have not blocked you. Maybe he don't like NWA and he don't like black people.
Well, I figured like they should all know NWA. Like it doesn't matter if you're like a geek or not, I guess. Like, regardless of what kind of music you listen to, if you grew up in that era, you should know who NWA is.
You should, but still. Didn't turn my phone off. Oh, that's my boss from work.
Oh, there's the boss.
You and Dave talk MS. I got to take this.
We're going to talk MS.
Okay.
All right.
Hello?
So, the MS, how about the hot?
The heat does bother me.
The heat is horrible, isn't it?
Yes. I don't get the blindness like everybody talks about with the optic neuritis. I get the blurry vision.
Okay. I do not have optic neuritis. See, there's the MS. Neuritis. No, I don't have the neuritis. Mark talks really loud in the background.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. Oh shit! Yes, but everybody thought it was a good idea for you and I to meet, so we could compare notes. I guess.
No, funny story though.
What's wrong with it?
Was when I was diagnosed with the MS, I saw with Mark. I said, watch this. And throw darts.
Throw darts.
Yes, and I was throwing them at the floor.
It's incredible what we have to deal with.
Yeah, no, that's fine if you need me to do that.
Well, I think. See, we have, Mark's coming in loud and clear because all the mics are opened up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How funny.
Alrighty. Yep.
Now, does the cold affect you?
Oh, yes.
See, not so much me. My fingers go numb. Kind of like how you sit on your hand.
Yes.
That's what they get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I always say it's like the ultimate stranger.
Yes.
If you masturbate,
Yep.
you're gonna use your numb hand.
You think it's you think it's a stranger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark's still doing work-related things.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm checking messages because I put my phone on silent now, so we're not bothered.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And what's the way from her?
Mark, you got to help here because we both have MS. We don't know what to say.
Okay, all right.
If the MS is actually fucking with our brains right now.
It probably is. I'm being a very bad co-host. MS, I've heard, before I heard it, you got lesions on your brain, speech. So, yeah, I probably should jump in more and be more of an interviewer type, keep this thing rolling.
Yeah,
I don't know much about it, so I don't know what to ask besides, all right, yeah, we covered issues with bowel movement and pissing and erections and sex and weather and medication.
My thinking can be off at times.
What do you mean?
So can mine.
What do you mean?
Like, if you say, okay, go for example, 2 + 2 is 4.
Right.
And say somebody says 2 + 2, what does that equal? And you're thinking.
You just get like a block.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hit away.
That's got to suck.
Yeah. You just don't know the answer. Or in my case, you can think of the answer, you just can't get the answer out.
Right. You ever have that issue?
Sometimes with brain fog, it is fucked up. It's really fucked up.
But is that an MS thing, or is it 'cause, writer's block? People
No, that's an MS thing.
That's more severe then.
Yes, because you got to think that there is something inside our body that is fucking with the nerve.
Maybe Will has MS then, because way back in I don't know. I wish Chris was here to help me with this one. I think it was 5th grade. We were sitting next to each other, and Will said something about how he could figure out any math problem. So I turned to him. I said, "What's 1 + 1?" He goes, "Wait a minute, let me get some paper." I swear to God, ask Chris. It's a good freak because he was sitting right there, and we both just laughed. And to this day, we don't let him live it down. So Will might have MS, and he's just never been checked for it.
Will, I don't think he'd be able to fight fires
if he had
MS.
No?
No.
Well, he doesn't actually. I've never heard of him running in a building. He's usually directing traffic. He's the guy out there just, no, stay back there, and everything's okay. The traffic guy.
Well, maybe then.
I don't even think he's held a hose. But that's, I guess, for another time.
He's held a hose, boy.
Hey, now. But, okay, so MS.
Bathroom?
Bathroom.
Yes, right there. And you could put the mic down on the seat.
MS, I'm trying to think of some other things we could talk, like to bring people more aware of MS, which is the whole point of this. It's not really to make fun or compare notes. We're trying to get people aware of the MS disease and, how it affects people differently.
Well, I think we're doing it. I mean, you know, this is...
I think it's been good. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's hard to,
Yeah, it's...
aside from comparing notes.
Right. I mean, that's really all we have to go on,
Right.
is comparing notes.
And
that's-
we've covered that. There's no cure for it. There's no way. They don't know how you get it, how it develops. It just
happens.
develops.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're listening to this, donate some money down to
National MS Foundation.
right, and help the research so they can find a cure for this. I mean, the stem cell research, I guess, is something they're looking into, but it's expensive. You heard $10,000 just to store a placenta,
Right.
$10,000 just for a treatment, for each treatment. And who knows, the more treatments, the more money you can. I mean, who knows with the medical industry and how they're going to handle this if they find a cure. It's probably going to be astronomical, but still, I feel like I'm on one of those telethons. So still, every penny helps. So go
Yes.
down to the National MS
I
Foundation.
think it's Multiple Sclerosis Society.org or something.
Okay, yeah, go read about it yourself. Check it out. Donate some money. Go buy a taser. Tase yourself.
Right, if you want to feel like you have MS, you can just buy a taser.
Right, and Bob said he'll donate $10 for everybody who tases themselves or a friend of theirs.
And Mark said that he will donate another $10 if you shit yourself.
Right. So, I mean, that's $20. I mean, if you want to tase your friend until he shits himself, that's totally up to you. I'm not condoning how long or how much you should tase somebody, but like Bob said, just an initial quick jolt
just like
of
a
the,
2-second zap. Zzz.
About how long it probably actually the feeling is longer when you dump the ice bucket thing on your head
While
for
you're
ALS.
getting tased.
But go out there. Tasers, I'm sure, are not that expensive.
Yes. Now, Dave, I was thinking about an MS challenge. Okay, now this is what we put out there. I said that you need to be tased for about 2 seconds.
That's what it feels like at times. Yeah.
Right.
You lose all muscle or body control or whatever. Yeah.
And it feels like you're getting zapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like the cold water thing with ALS.
No. And they don't feel like they have they don't feel cold
that
either. That's what doesn't make sense. That's what never made any sense to me about that ice bucket.
The ice bucket, from my understanding, and if I'm wrong, somebody I'm sure will correct me because I've already lost a friend over this ALS challenge, but no big loss as far as I'm concerned.
Ooh, you've already lost a friend.
Yeah, a few years ago when the ALS thing was real big, I'm not going to mention his name, but a guy I was friends with for many years. I didn't realize that he was so strongly involved with or felt so strong about ALS.
Do you know what would really piss him off? Call it ALS.
Just by calling the people who did the ice water bucket challenge nudniks.
Oh, God, this happened recently. Then.
Yes. He got all up in arms about how, this is raising awareness for it. And I'm like, dude,
actually,
it's been
not.
around for so long. People are aware of ALS. They are.
Yes.
Okay? What they need, and again, I'm not going to go on my big tirade like I did before. What they need is they need money to cure it. They don't need your dumb ass dumping ice water on your head. But anyways, so I kept, calling these people nudniks because I kept putting out videos, and it turned into where it was more about being cool and trendy and doing the video and challenging people than it was for ALS. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So because I kept criticizing them, and I'm like, just give money. You're doing this isn't going to help the guy in the hospital. Well, he got all pissed off, said something on Facebook about, kind of condescending to me. Oh, look, Mark, all the nudniks are blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? If you don't like, this is my Facebook page. I'm going to say what I want and this and that. If you don't like it, then unfollow me. Don't follow me. And I won't pop up in your news feed, this and that. Well,
he must have clearly listened to last week.
No. This was
before.
This was before. Yeah, this was a couple, maybe 3-4 years ago when the videos were big.
Oh, okay.
And instead of unfollowing me, he just unfriended me altogether.
Huh.
And I'm like, well, yeah, whatever. So my point being is, I forgot what the whole point of that was.
I guess your point is that it doesn't really raise awareness for anything. It's just the idiots trying to challenge people to do
no.
this.
My point is, because you said about you don't understand why you're dumping water on you because they don't feel cold. What it is, in my understanding, is,
I'm sure they feel cold, but I don't think that's what it must feel like.
No. What it's supposed to do is the shock your system takes from that super cold water, and where you lock up like that. That's what they feel constantly.
Shut the fuck up. Take a taser.
Right. But that's what the whole dumping of the water is. Not necessarily the cold, but the shock of ice cold water being dumped on you. But again, these people are doing it in the summertime. So how cold or how much of a shock are you actually getting as opposed to when you're standing out there in the summertime when it's 85 degrees and you're dumping water on your head? Like, how about we do it now?
Right now is
it's
the time
32 degrees.
It.
It's snowing. Go get a fucking big bucket of ice water. Go stand out there in your underwear, all right, and dump it on your head for ALS.
Like I say,
but nobody's going to do that because they're all fucking stupid. So again, MS month. Go get a fucking taser and tase yourself. Tase a friend. I would say let your friend know you're tasing them. Don't just
randomly
go around tasing people. Jesus Christ, we got to clarify because these nudniks out there will do that. They'll just get a taser and start running around tasing people. They'll trace it back to us, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, you caused this epidemic of tasing."
MS.
Right. So let them know they're being tased for MS. Make a little video like the Nudniks did for the ALS challenge. Put it up on Facebook or share it to our Facebook page. And if we see it on our Facebook page, Bob will donate $10 for every tasing video, and I'll throw in another 10 if you shit yourself while being tased.
Oh, my God.
And again, if you want to tase your friend until he shits himself, well, that's totally up to you, but it will be a $20 donation. So... I mean, if you got one of those stun gun where you have to, not the stun gun, but the
shit that actually hooks into you.
Yeah, the gun.
Yeah.
If you get, you can keep tasing somebody until they shit.
Yeah.
But if you just got like the handheld thing where you got to zap them with it, they'll probably fight you off at some point.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you had like one of those cattle prods or whatever, that might fucking make them shit themselves.
Yeah. Well, if their eyes explode, I'll throw in $100. No, I'm joking. Let me clarify that I'm joking before some maniac in college cattle prods his buddy till his eyes explode, just so my dumb ass could throw $100 to MS. I'm joking. God. Do not tase your friends till their eyes explode.
Don't tase your friends. Don't tase them unless they know.
Right. They know, on the video and. Sign pay. Oh my God! See how stupid a world we live in. You have to clarify everything because people are retarded.
Yes, we do. We live in a fucked up world. A fucked up world
where MS exists.
Yes, ALS exists,
and two great guys like these have to go through it for no apparent reason. When scumbags are walking the earth and with nothing wrong with them, it's terrible.
It is.
I think they should be able to suck out your MS and give it to some of these assholes out there. Like I wish it was spread through like AIDS.
No, I wish it wasn't because that would mean I'd never have sex again. What the fuck?
All right, never mind.
What the fuck? Don't ever say that.
I'm thinking
I don't want these people. Sexually transmitted MS. SMS.
Listen. I'm thinking off the cuff here. I'm just kind of going. This is very unscripted. My point being is, just an easier way to give it to assholes who not deserve it, but, guys like you shouldn't have that sort of stuff. You didn't do anything wrong. You lived pretty decent lives. You didn't do anything wrong. You were an entertainer. He's got kids and family and stuff.
Right.
Decent. It's not like you guys do anything wrong, but then you get fucking like the Florida shooter or some other asshole or something. Those are the people you want to see. As sad as it is to say stuff like that, I'll say it. I don't care. There are people you want to see dead or suffering, and it's the people who are suffering who shouldn't be. But anyway, that's my little soapbox thing on whatever it is I just went on.
No, you just went from ALS to MS to fucking giving people MS.
I'm just on a roll right now.
Oh, it's fucking classic.
So, are you guys a couple yet, or what? What's going on here?
I think we're a couple. I mean, hey,
you know,
he seems like a cool dude.
You're going to talk MS?
I think that we've
talked here and there.
I think we've talked to MS.
No, I mean like you're
like
friends outside of this, and you're like, hey,
I don't see why not. He seems like a cool dude.
You know, like you're gonna get a random text from Dave one day. Hey, my dick and asshole is numb. You know, and then I went through that. I can help you. I'll talk you through it.
I'll talk you through it. Now, taking a shit might feel a little weird.
Did that happen? Were you taking a shit when it happened?
Yes. I'm like, why is my asshole numb?
I think we covered this, but again, how did you know you were done? Like if it was numb, you have no feeling down there.
Yeah, but you could still tell, I guess.
How?
I don't know how to explain the numbness. I really don't know how to explain the numbness, because I think it would be like the numbness that you are talking about in your hands. You know what I mean? Like, because I get like it feels like I'm wearing gloves, like on this hand, on my left hand. So, like, you could still kind of, like, if you were to put a glove on your hand and have something like go through it. I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, explain that, because
I really have
maybe
no
we
way
have
to...
another challenge. Put a glove on and stick your hand in a light socket?
No. Don't do that.
Okay, well, what do you mean by...
No, it just feels like you got a glove on. If you put a glove on right now,
okay,
and then pick things up or whatever.
Oh, and so that's why you drop stuff.
Right, yeah.
Because you have the... Okay, now I understand.
So it feels like you have a glove on. So if I was just picking this up or whatever, I got to hold it...
Extra tight.
Yep. So I don't drop it. In plastic cups or bottles and shit sometimes. They're fucked up, man.
I could only imagine.
You could crush them and not even realize it.
Just because you want to make sure you got a grip on it.
You got a grip, but then you don't realize, like, oh, your grip is really tight. And you just grab it and water goes all over the place.
Sorry, I have MS. That's why I grabbed it so tight.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, what the hell are you doing? MS.
Go in a bar and crush a cup like Jessica Jones.
Or a can or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Well, what do you think? Yeah. Are we good, or is there anything more you want to say? Or
yeah, do you want to say anything else? No?
No.
Good? Well, Dave, it was very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
We're shaking hands. MS hands.
MS hands. Does it feel like you're wearing gloves?
I don't know. I couldn't really feel his hand.
Condom there.
You have wet, clammy hands? Do you ever get wet, clammy hands?
No.
No?
Yes, actually. Yes. Sometimes it feels like one of those tree frog, like with the sticky hands. Yeah.
Okay, so you go from wearing gloves to frog hands.
Yeah, frog hands.
That's MS for you.
Yep.
All right. So again, go to what is the website?
It is the National MS Foundation, I think.
Well, Google National MS.
Google.
Find
National
out the
MS
website,
Foundation.
the org, the whatever it is, and if you feel like it, and you should feel like it, because people donate to everything. Donate some money and help some of these people out with MS. Again, not to sound like a telethon, but every cent counts. It moves toward a cure or moves toward better medication that can maybe expand their lives or make their lives better. Maybe even get feeling back, so it doesn't seem like they're wearing gloves or their penis goes numb or assholes go. You know what I mean? Every little bit helps. So anything you can do to help, check out the website. Google it, because we're not sure exactly what it is, although we probably should.
I know we should have this shit, but you know what? All you got to do is fucking Google multiple sclerosis.
Right, exactly. Why should we have to do all the work for you?
Really, all you got to do is Google it.
And again, don't forget Tase for MS month. Get those tasers out. Tase your friends. Show us the video on the Facebook page, and we'll see how much money we can raise. If not, then we're really going to make a push for this next year for the month. Like, we'll start promoting in January of next year.
Yes, that's what we have to do.
and really get a hold of this movement and make it happen. Tasing for MS awareness.
Suck my dick.
We need money. This is BM Talk with Marc and Bob. Oh, yeah.
I never said give teachers guns, like was stated on CNN and NBC. What I said was about the possibility of giving concealed guns to adept teachers with military or special training. He goes on to say, if a savage sicko came to the school with bad intentions, highly trained teachers would serve as a deterrent. And he noted about the cost. He claims that it would cost much less than guards, and a gun-free zone is a magnet for bad people. He says attacks would end if he was able to have certain highly trained teachers with guns. He adds that history shows that school shootings last on average 3 minutes. It takes police and first responders 5 to 8 minutes to get to the site of the crime. Now, that last point is particularly important because I think in Florida that was the case where this shooting did not last very long. But I want to play exactly what President Trump said in that listening session yesterday so you can hear for yourselves. Take a listen.
And this would only be obviously for people that are very adept at handling a gun. And it's called concealed carry, where a teacher would have a concealed gun on them. They'd go for special training, and they would
nuts.
Be there, and you would no longer have a gun-free zone.
Okay. First of all, love the bumper. The bumper is the greatest, okay?
I made that, thank you.
But that was great work. Genius work. I gotta compliment that.
Thank you,
I would stand up, but I'm fat and lazy. But
I would, but I can't.
All right. The Trump clip we just played was somebody reading Trump's tweets. Because originally, if you remember this story, when he had the press conference where he had people from the Florida shooting talk to him, he had said in that press conference
that he wanted to arm teachers.
Right, and then what was it? A day or 2 days later, he said, "Oh, I never said that.
I never said I wanted to arm teachers."
And then tweeted that he never said that. And then this woman's report was reading his tweets, and then at the end you heard what he said that highly trained individuals, teachers, mind you,
teachers
are going to have guns because that's the answer to school shootings is more guns, teachers with guns, armed guards with guns, and then to get rid of the no safe, what are they called?
The gun-free zones. No gun-free zones at schools, which is fucking stupid anyway. Like, it just sounds like so asinine that now you have bullets flying both ways.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. He does make a small point with just because it's a gun-free zone, as a criminal doesn't mean, it's like pulling your sheets over your head because of the monster in your room. Like, oh, he's not going to kill me. I got the sheets over my head. You know what I mean? Like, I get his point there, but he doesn't. I don't know if it's. He doesn't know how to finish his idea.
He doesn't know how to do anything.
To where it sounds intelligent. He's just like, oh, well, these guys are going to come in anyway because they're cowards and it's a gun-free zone. So now if we get rid of the gun-free zone and make it a gun zone, then we can have war zone. So
war zone.
We'll just change it to war zone.
I like it.
And then just arm everybody. And then everything can be a war zone rather than a gun-free zone or a safe zone. There's nothing anymore.
No
Everything is a war zone.
War zones.
War zones.
Gotcha.
That's what we're gonna go for. War zones.
Wow.
That'll be safe. I'm gonna start homeschooling my kids instead of sending them to the war zone to learn anything. But in that now, the same context and conversation that we're having.
Yeah.
I know I'm having brain farts.
That's all right. I'm trying to read something as you're trying to whatever because I got the next thing queued up.
That's what I'm trying to segue into is with arming teachers, there was a report, and we have that to play for you, where teachers with guns at safety classes had accidental misfires. Well, here's the clip.
What do we want? Gun control! With debate raging over guns, schools, mass shootings, and arming teachers.
The teacher would have shot the hell out of him before he knew what happened.
With the president pushing an arm the teachers agenda, shocking reminders of the danger. On the same day in Virginia and California, 2 schools on opposite sides of the country, guns accidentally fired by members of staff.
I look at my shirt like that, and there's...
Hold on, I just want to pause there for a minute, okay? 2 accidental shootings on the same day.
Same day.
At 2 different schools.
Miles. Thousands of miles apart.
One in Virginia, one in California. On the opposite ends of the country, mind you. Okay.
Total.
All right.
Okay.
I just wanted to... Okay.
like blood on my shirt.
17-year-old Fermin Gonzalez was hit in the neck with a fragment after his teacher and San City, California Police Reserve Officer Dennis Alexander accidentally fired a single shot into the ceiling during a gun safety demonstration.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Gonzalez's father, who was warming to the idea of arming school staff, now has second thoughts.
This was an incident with a trained professional. If you just give them to everybody, this could happen again and again.
It did happen again the same day, this time a middle school, George Washington, in Alexandria, Virginia.
Appears to be an accidental event.
A school resource officer and 5-year veteran of the Alexandria Police Department accidentally fired off a single round. It went through a wall, injuring no one, but has parents questioning the wisdom of arming teachers and staff in schools.
Here we have a highly trained 5-year veteran of the police force here to protect our students, and somehow, we don't know how, his service weapon was discharged.
The teacher in California is on leave from the school and the police department.
You think?
The Virginia resource officer is also on leave. Both incidents are under investigation.
Come on.
Miguel Marquez, CNN, Los Angeles.
Really?
If this isn't bad timing for that argument,
that
of
is the worst
arming
timing,
teachers. But
arming teachers.
Okay, the Virginia guy, 5-year policeman. How does a
5-year police veteran, not veteran, but a 5-year police guy that's on the force?
You call him a veteran.
A veteran
5-year
of the police.
Right.
How the fuck is that shit going to happen? But that just shows you.
Well, right, because that's what the president said he wanted to do, is train people. Now, this guy's been trained 5 years in the police department, and it's still accidental happened. Okay? And so we're just going to arm everybody?
I guess so.
Because we're going to put him through training. Who's going to pay for that training? And apparently it doesn't matter because this guy, I'm sure, all right, I don't know, maybe Virginia... Maybe it's a small town in Virginia where they don't have good training for the police officers, but I'm assuming...
Maybe it could be, but it's Virginia. It's right near D.C.
Right. Well, no, what I mean is like a smaller community, so it's like the equivalent of going to Harvard as a going to, like, community college. If it's... You okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. You got that out?
I did.
So I'm just wondering, like, how cheap his training is, and like still he's got 5 years on the force.
I know.
So it's not helping the argument for arming everybody, and I don't think that's the solution anyways.
No, it's not. And Donald Trump, I just want to this is what I would love to do to him right here. Knock him right in his cock bag.
I don't think it would help.
I don't think it would help either.
All these reports on him molesting women and stuff's probably where his brains are.
His brains are in his cock bag.
But I don't know, it's insane. Again, I don't think more guns is the answer in arming the teacher. Now, this is a trained guy. He's talking about taking somebody who's like a teacher. Now, most teachers are
in it for the academics.
You know that, and they're not.
They're
young.
not violent.
A lot of them aren't that young either.
No, some of them are like, you got like the 55, 60-year-old.
Right, like when I was in high school, I had some teachers that my mother had when she was in high school.
I think that's like kind of how it was where I went.
You're going to train these people and then give them guns? What if they got Parkinson's and they lift their hand up and it's all shaky? Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Right.
It's just I don't know. I don't even know.
To WrestleMania.
I guess that's means we're moving into the sports BM.
We're having the sport BM
with little Vince. Give me some more Vince.
Oh, you want more Vince?
One more Vince.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
Because it is WrestleMania season.
It is. The days are upon us.
What are we, 3 weeks away?
Yeah.
This is the Super Bowl of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. So for wrestling fans, as we are,
we have lots to look forward to for WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
I couldn't tell you a damn fucking thing that's going on.
Really? Okay.
Really.
I don't think the card is full yet. But you got...
I know something's going on with Roman and Brock Lesnar or whatever.
Yeah, Roman
I know
and
that
Brock,
bill's been going on.
For the Universal title, which they're going to give to Roman.
And John Cena is challenging The Undertaker. He's put out a challenge to the dead man.
I don't think that's going to happen, but... And for what reason? Because they've never fought at a WrestleMania. So what's it really going to prove, though, if they do? Who's going to win? Who are you going to give that to? You going to give it to Undertaker?
There's no way you could give it to Undertaker after he fucking lost last year.
Okay, so then you give it to Cena. Now he's lost 2 years. Now after going
2 years in a row.
How many years undefeated before Brock Lesnar beat him?
21-0 or 20-0? He was 20-0.
No, he was a little more than that, I think.
No, I think it was 20-0.
I don't know. Anyways, 20-0. Then Brock beats him. Then did he still undefeated after that?
I think he played. He fought Bray Wyatt the next year. Then he fought Roman Reigns and lost.
Okay, so
and then this year would be.
So if he loses, now you've lost 2 years in a row.
Yeah, if he loses this year
to John Cena for what? For what reason though? I don't understand.
Right. Oh shit!
What happened?
It came through because I didn't put it back on airplane mode.
Oh, that's all right. Bob got a text.
Yeah.
We'll check it later.
Have to check it later.
Although I think now that we all know you have a text, you should probably share it with the world.
It was actually a
a
notification for W Casino.
Okay, well, I think you should share that. If you're going to interrupt our WrestleMania talk with your phone sounds, you should let us know what's going on.
Okay.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
Yeah, right. Welcome to WrestleMania.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles for the WWE title.
Right.
Which they're going to give to Shinsuke.
All I know is I call him Shitsuke.
Shitsuke. I used to call him Sheepskin.
Sheepskin.
Because I couldn't say Shinsuke.
Well, that's funny because I call him Shitsuke or Shitstain or something.
Nakamura?
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll get, and then what's the
your
mixed tag?
Oh,
with your boy Triple H and his wife against Rowdy Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle.
Right, my boy Triple H and the Queen.
Well, they're going to lose. You know they're not going to have
Ronda
Rousey.
I know they're going to lose. I know they're going to lose, but that's all right. The King and Queen of WWE. Yeah, love it.
And then what else they got? I think that's all it really. Bobby Roode and Randy Orton and Bobby's rematch for the U.S. title, which I think they're going to
throw gender in there
and make it a three-way. But we'll find that out. SmackDown, whatever. What else is going on?
I still wanted to.
Oh, goody!
He did it.
I did it. I'm accidentally hit buttons.
He's hitting buttons. I totally lost my train of thought there. I'm like, oh goody, what the fuck?
Three-way.
You've got me. Oh, a three-way. I said last year or whatever the WrestleMania was with the New Day, doing the fucking like hosting of it or whatever.
Last year.
I was waiting for Xavier Woods to come out with the Hardy Boys thing where they said, "Oh, everybody likes a tag team match, but we all know you all like a three-way better." Because Xavier Woods just had the three-way with Paige.
They probably made sure that
he didn't say that
exactly like that.
Right. I like a three-way better.
That'd be funny. Didn't Paige make her debut the next night on Raw? after WrestleMania?
If she came back, did she come back the next night? I don't know. Maybe she did.
Because I was wondering if they were in the same building together and if they got a chance to make a part 2 to that.
Oh,
video.
They might have. See, I always call Brad Maddox Greg Maddox. You're a sports guy, so you know about Greg Maddox,
Yes,
the pitcher for the freaking
Braves. Yeah,
Braves, yeah. That I always used to call him Greg Maddox. and Chris never knew what the hell I was talking about because he doesn't know anything about sports guys like that.
It's Greg Maddox, though.
I know.
Wow.
It's like saying Lou Gehrig.
Who?
Lou Garrett?
Lou Garrett?
Lou Garrett.
Oh, the black guy on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
No,
yes.
That's Garrett Morris.
Garrett Morris.
And last week I had said, when you mentioned that, when I was going on my rant again, I had said Garrett Morrison. And that was actually wrong.
Like Jim Morrison?
Yeah, the guy on Saturday Night Live is Garrett Morris. So I'm, I guess, no better than your ex's mother.
I guess
when
so.
it comes to names, Luke Garrett and Garrett Morrison, and who the fuck are these people?
Lou Garrett. I still love Lou Garrett. That's the best.
That is funny. But that's it for WrestleMania. I mean, more matches are going to be announced.
Yeah, they're going to. I'm sure that this upcoming week they're going to.
I mean, but a few matches, it doesn't really live up to a hype. I think that it should be the Super Bowl of.
It's still not. It's not the same as it used to be, I guess. But it's because we're older.
Is it?
Yes.
Or is it they don't?
No, I think it's because we're older.
Yeah.
Yes. It's totally lost that, that feeling that you used to get when you were young.
Look, you don't care about the latest hip hop artist you've never heard of performing at WrestleMania? I don't even know who that guy was last year. Do you know?
Who was it? MGK?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I think it was MGK.
Okay,
I know MGK.
I
yeah.
don't know him.
Oh yeah,
I know Kid Rock.
MGK's good.
I know Snoop Dogg.
Okay,
and I don't know who else performed there. Motorhead, I think they did it once at a WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I think Lemmy forgot the lyrics to Triple H's theme.
Limp Bizkit did a WrestleMania, I believe.
Oh, WrestleMania X7. I'll never forget it because the DVD all the time on the startup screen. This time I'm going to let it all come out. This time I'm going to stand up and shout. I'm going to do things my way. It's my way. My way, you're the highway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stylings of Bob. Is that what that is?
Oh, my God. All I had to hear is that shit. Every time the fucking startup screen
But it's not
started.
like I was into Aretha Franklin when she appeared at WrestleMania, but
it was just
it seemed different.
It wasn't just a musical artist and shit. It was just the whole aura of it because it's like I remember going to people's houses for Royal Rumbles and WrestleMania and shit like that, and who's got the hot box and shit like that.
Well, now with the network.
Yeah, but even with the network, like, that's even better. If I were a kid and I had the network, I'd be even more enamored with it than I am now. Because when I was a kid, I remember there was this game, this WrestleMania game or something with a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I bought that at school at like one of those sales that they do or whatever.
The benefit things, whatever, yeah.
And me and my brother just watched the Bazaar, yes. Me and my brother just watched the video from it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So it's like if it were the way it was today, it'd be so crazy.
Well, they have a pay-per-view every month now, where back then...
Yeah, back then it was every... What?
I think they had, the four?
The four big
ones. The Rumble,
ones.
the WrestleMania...
Survivor Series.
Oh, no, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Yeah, that's the four.
And WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now it's every month.
Yeah.
So, maybe it is. Maybe we're older and we're,
Yes. You're older, and you would never be able to ask your sons, what's the feeling like? Because they wouldn't understand what, you know what I mean? Because I am sure when they go, look, because like you said, Angel is into wrestling as Vinny is,
right?
And you think Vinny's gonna end up liking it like that when he gets to be like Angel's age,
yes.
So when you take him to like a live event or something, you can't ask him like, oh, does this feel like whatever to you? Because he's not gonna know, he's not gonna understand that. But he's going to have that feeling. I know he's going to have that feeling because there's nothing like walking into an arena and then seeing the ring right in the middle.
No, you're true. Yeah, you're right, because I do remember that for myself when I first went to the auditorium. For a wrestling
feel
event.
some kind of way.
You did. You had this,
yes,
because it was. There it was, the ring, the light was on it.
It was all new. Everything was new to you. Now nothing is new to us. We don't have anything new.
Well, I guess I'll have to live through it
vicariously through
my
him.
kids. Yeah.
Yes. Me, I just had to look like an adult moron
in a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair.
Green Day.
Yeah. Clapping. Minimal Mary. I have a question for you.
Vince McMahon, look at Vince McMahon.
Vinnie Mac, you're my favorite.
That's what I call my son.
Vinnie Mac. Vinnie Mac.
Also, what do we got? WrestleMania, March Madness just started.
Ooh, the March Madness.
The NCAA tournament.
Madness.
I don't know how much college basketball you watch.
None.
But I do watch it, and I did not fill out brackets this year. I'd have to look before I could even give you a Final Four or who I think would be a favorite, but it's March Madness.
If you just saw the way he was looking at me like, Bob, could you help me out with this?
Right.
And it's like, no.
Pretty much hanging myself
I really
here.
have no idea what the fuck you're really talking about with the madness and the brackets.
Well, because
and
I
all
usually
that
play
shit.
I know Syracuse is in, but they're not going to go anywhere in the tournament. Villanova's the number one seed. They look good. Virginia's another number one seed. They look good. But I don't want to always take, the chalk, they call it, picks. But what we're going to do here at BM Talk, while Bob fools around with his phone and farts into the microphone, is we are going to have our own bracket. It'll probably be posted on the Facebook page. The biggest shithead bracket is going to be one, and the other one is going to be the hottest women on Netflix originals, meaning
it can't be Shameless because Shameless isn't a Netflix original.
Right, it has to be a Netflix
it has to be
original.
An original
show.
Orange is the New Black, Jessica Jones,
Daredevil,
Luke Cage, any of the stuff that they put out from Netflix.
Right.
Anything that is an original Netflix series.
So we're going to put together 16 shitheads, 16 hottest women. We're going to get those brackets put together, put up on the Facebook page so you guys can play along and fill it out there. Let us know who you think's the biggest shithead, hottest woman is. We're going to get those brackets up. Right now we do have our 16. So I guess on selection, they call it Selection Sunday for the college basketball.
Oh, they
on
do.
Who's going to make it into the tournament.
So then tomorrow is Selection Sunday.
Right. But we're going to give you Selection Saturday on one of the brackets.
Okay, just on the shitheads.
Yeah, so we're going to surprise you with the women, and I mean that because we haven't done it yet. So we're going to put that together and throw it up. But for the biggest shithead bracket, we have President Trump, Larry Nassar, Harvey Weinstein, and the Parkland Shooter, all number one seeds in their own shithead divisions. And then mixing in there with the rest of the field, as they call it, Kim Jong-un, Matt Lauer, Bill Cosby, O.J. Simpson, Tommy Loren, or Tommy, what the hell, how the hell do you say her name? Is it Tommy Loren or Tommy Loren?
Either way, she's a shithead.
Yeah, she was the black chick who thought she was white. You going to be all right? That sounded kind of wet.
Oh, yes, the black chick that thought she was white.
All right, now, how do you say this guy's last name? Martin
Shkreli? Shrelly?
Right,
Skelly?
That was the guy who raised the price of the
AIDS medication.
The AIDS medication. Mel Gibson, Roman Polanski, Roger Ailes.
Roman Polanski.
What did I say?
Ruben.
Okay, Roman Polanski, Roger Ailes, Roger Goodell, Vladimir Putin, and the United Airlines attendant who told those people they had to put their dog in the overhead compartment and killed the dog. So those are our biggest shitheads for the bracket that we're going to be putting together, put on Facebook. And like I said, we'll have the hottest women on Netflix originals put together and have up there. And next week, we will be giving you our picks to the completion, to the championship, not just a Final Four. We're going to give you who we think, and we'll probably do it on the air, right?
Absolutely.
Go right through who's a bigger shithead than this one, and we'll break it down for you to get a championship. And while we have the brackets up there, we ask you to do the same thing. If you want to fill it out right there in the comments or however you want to do it, but always, like, share, do whatever, and we'll have that up so you can participate.
We need more people to share.
Right.
We need everybody to share.
So as you listen to the show or you just listen to part of it, like it, share it, get your friends to know about it, your friends' friends, and your friends' friends.
Exactly.
We
know everybody listens to fucking podcasts now. So we're trying to bring our brand into this.
Right. And coming soon is...
this is going to be this right here coming soon.
The Casting Call with Steven Seagal.
Casting Call with Steven Seagal. One of my favorite all-time things that we've dreamed up so far.
This might be the longer-awaited bit, better than the Inappropriate Touch Olympics.
Yes, way better, and it's just going to be fucking unbelievable. We're going to present it in like an old-school radio style.
No, it's going to be great. I can't wait to. We've got some production work done on it. We've got just a little bit to finish up. That's why we've been promoting it, I don't know, for like 3 weeks now, but a lot of work is going into this bit. We hope you all like it. As we're approaching now almost an hour and 40 minutes, I think we're going to try and cut it here. So as always, check out the Facebook page. Give us an email at bmtalk02@gmail.com.
And make sure you check out the Facebook page,
Yeah,
BM
I said
Talk.
Facebook.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
I just said great.
I always go lead with Facebook and Gmail, and then I go to you for Twitter and all the
that's
other bullshit
right.
because I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, Twitter. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter. Oh, did you say that?
BM.
I'll just repeat. Here, you repeat me, and I'll repeat you.
Here, you repeat me, and I'll repeat you.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, like that.
Right.
Right.
So check us out, Facebook page.
Check us out, Facebook page.
Email us at bmtalk02@gmail.com.
Email us at bmtalk02@gmail.com. And send us tweets at bmtalk02.
Send us tweets at bmtalk02.
And we're still working on getting the website together.
And we're still working. What? Oh, that's right. You're getting a website together.
Right. Oh, Mark's reading something.
Podbean.
Oh, Podbean. How can we forget where the podcast is hosted?
Podbean. So find the podcast. Find the podcast.
Find the
podcast at Podbean.
We are retarded.
Yes.
We are.
Also, you said iTunes it could be on.
Oh, yes. iTunes.
YouTube apparently
Google
has
Music.
lifted their...
They've lifted their ban because we're not spam.
Right, so you can find episode 3 there now. 4 is already up there. 5 will be up there soon.
5 will be up there.
So you got iTunes, you got YouTube, you got Podbean, you got
Facebook,
I thought
Twitter,
there was Twitter,
emails.
So if you're listening, let us know you're listening, and
make sure shoot us a fucking email. Everybody's got email. bmtalk02@gmail.com.
Exactly. Shoot us whatever. Even if you just shoot us an empty email.
Even if you're like, yo, you guys suck.
Just shoot us shoot us something. Just don't shoot us.
Right.
You know what I mean? But St. Patrick's Day. Obviously, this is not the drunk show.
It is not.
Because we're doing it before Saturday, but don't tell nobody.
No.
But so I will be out drunk Saturday.
I will
running
be home.
around.
I will be home on my pills.
I am gonna drink for MS. I am gonna drink until I have MS.
You drink. I think that you might be trying to hire Virgil to follow you.
That's right.
As well.
I need
$1 million man's servant, Virgil.
Fuck you money so I can hire Virgil to be my shadow.
Right.
No black pun intended. I am John, the porcelain god, and you're listening to BM Talk with Marc and Bob.